All right, Relink gamers, we are back with more Granblue Fantasy Relink for you here, and the keen-eyed of you will already notice some things are a little bit different about the party. So, we talked, last time, Bahamut Versa, the proud rank up quest, absolutely beat my ass, right? I'm pretty sure it was basically impossible. Maybe, like, if we had done everything perfectly and we got the Skybound arts and the Link time, we did, like, duo burst instead of full burst, maybe. But it was seemed pretty impossible for us to actually get past Reason's Transcendence there, which is Versus big gear check. And I told you guys I was going to do some grinding off screen, and you were going to see the new triumphant party, and we're going to have a triumphant return versus Versa. Well, the grinding part is done. We'll see how the triumphant return part goes. You guys will get to see that one. But it's to kind of catch you up on what you missed. Obviously, one big, really, really big thing. Eugen is in the party now instead of id. I was kind of talking around, asking people like, hey, who do you think is a good AI, to fit this current party? Because Rockham and Captain there being like the other two, right? And everyone was talking id. There was some people disagreed, but some amount of consensus just from comment sections and from the Discord and things like that the AI doesn't really know how to use id very well, right? In the sense that they don't really do enough of his charge attacks, so he doesn't go into his dragon form very much. They don't really know how to use God Might either, even though I didn't even have id's God Might unlocked through the masteries. But like in general, the consensus was kind of that id is not a great character when the AI is using him, right? So apparently, Eugen has he's a ranged character, was sort of what we landed on, right? It was him or EO, and I like Eugen better, basically, as a character, so... yeah, Eugen, he's got some range damage, he's got some status effects, he can do some nice AoE, which isn't super important for Versa, but just in general, being a ranged attacker, he can do damage more often, right, in more different windows, and he doesn't have some kind of weird tech, like id does with his gauge or something like that the AI has to keep track of, so it should be a good idea. So that's one, right? The other thing, obviously, the AI are all much, much, much more powerful now than they used to be. They're still not quite as strong as we are, right? We were definitely pulling ahead there in terms of basically all of the numbers still, but they should at least be able to contribute to the fight in a big way, right? Basically, what you guys missed, a whole lot of Slimepeed, right? To get mastery points, to get, rupees kind of. Mostly to get mastery points and spellbooks, to get everyone up to par in terms of levels, right? And then a whole lot of the defeat 2 Goblin Warriors Maniac quest, which if you're, I'll go over and take a look at it in a sec there, but basically that one gives you a lot of Fortitude Crystal L, right? It's one of the quickest ways to get that. So everyone's rocking their critical hit weapon, right? And they're all uncapped. They're all at level 150. The sigils on them are somewhat haphazardly thrown together. I've basically I wanted to make sure that they all had guts. They all had some kind of auto revive. They all had improved dodge, nimble defense, nimble onslaught. And then I just kind of threw on random damage sigils from there. Just like, it's not as like carefully calculated as what we've been doing with Vasaraga. It's just like, I wanted to, they each have like a tyranny and a stamina and an enmity and things like that, right? Some crit rates for the people who didn't get all the way up to 100. The captain is definitely still, I think at this point, the weakest AI, right? He's level 150. He's got his full offensive mastery tree filled out. That's the other thing, right? All of them have their full offensive mastery tree filled out, right? And then Eugen and the captain there have a little bit of their defense, and Rockham has even more, right? So mostly for sigil slots there, and a little bit of tankiness, never hurt either, right? So in general, they're all a lot more kitted out. For our part, right, we also actually have gotten a little bit stronger, right? So you'll notice there, I got a bunch of Mirage munitions just from running those quests over and over. So Alsarov is now level 74. It is fully at level 150 now. We have a different Right Stone, gives us stun power and cascade. I did manage, so I did a lot of sigil upgrading, and I did switch out some sigils. Basically, I don't have quite as much damage cap on as I used to, because I was noticing that, and someone pointed this out too, that like Vasaraga actually does struggle to get, so it's the light, heavy, right? And both those heavies are 2 hits. Getting all 4 of those hits to damage cap was quite difficult. So I was finding that even though I was going too far, investing in damage cap when I wasn't even hitting it outside of like that fourth attack there. So the second level heavy, right? That was hitting damage cap pretty consistently, but the first one really wasn't. So I switched out a couple of things. I upgraded some sigils, right? So this tyranny here is at level 15. This quick charge is level 15. Stamina is level 15, right? This one level 15, right? And I used some of the Azurite Splendor. Obviously, I mean, I have that is some pretty rare stuff, but I got 5 of them over the course of the grinding that I was doing, and I was told that they actually don't work on like the end game sigils, so there's no need to necessarily stockpile them. It seemed like we really need every little bit of damage we can get to get through Versa here, so I just pulled out all the stops for now, and hopefully that'll be enough. Excuse me, taking a quick little sip here. Yeah, so. We are sitting at 100% crit rate now with Lucky Charge, right? Sitting at 100% crit rate with Lucky Charge giving us 50% here at level 13, right? And then we get 50% baseline from our mastery. So on the charge attacks, they're always critting. And I'll show you guys quickly what our damage cap situation looks like too, just to catch everyone up. Thanks, by the way, to all of the fine individuals on the Discord server, 4 or 5 of them there, kind of swapping out. who helped me with all of our mindless farming there. They a lot of them were already farther ahead in the game than I was. So they didn't carry me through any content, right? But just like Slimepeed went a lot. We got a lot more kills. It went a lot faster. Defeating the 2 Goblin Warriors like 25 times went a lot faster. We had people who were just a little bit over leveled for it. So much appreciated to all of their help there. It would have been a much slower process without them. We actually was able to get all of this done in about 3 or 4 hours, which is really not so bad. But yeah, otherwise, anything to cover on the AI? Again, all of them. Yeah, Guts, Auto Revive, Nimble Defense, Improved Dodge, some sort of Nimble Onslaught. The Captain's got on a Right Stone, right? And then they're all leveled up, and they do a lot more damage, hopefully, so they should help out a little bit with the Versa gear check. Again, if the 3 of them combined are doing, like, you know, 1/3 of my damage, then that's enough. Because I feel like if I was doing 33% more damage in that Versa Reason's Transcendence gear check, we would have been good. So I think I think hopefully we will be able to take on Versa here. Very quickly, let me, actually, no, first I was going to say, let's go to Sir Barrel, then I can kind of show you guys how we're rocking with damage, but, another thing that happens when you do all of this farming is you accumulate a absolutely absurd amount of knick-knack vouchers. So, yes, knick-knack paddywhack, give a girl a voucher, of course. We will now be doing a whole lot of gambling, and who knows, there is still, so this to kind of set the stage here for what we could be looking for. By the way, I am Goth Vossaraga now. Someone told me you can change colors, and I do like this all-black Vossaraga a lot more than the base colors. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking for, honestly, a lot of stuff, right? Another Quick Charge 5 would be awesome, right? If we could get that. That I think is right now the #1 thing on my radar. If I could get a Quick Charge 5, that would be wonderful. Obviously, I mean, I don't know if damage cap 5s even drop from the transmutation stuff there at level 3, but that'll be great, right? Even more tyranny, more stamina, and any of the attack sigil 5s would be great, because also I could fill out some of the some better sigils on the AI there. So we're looking for attack sigil 5s for the most part. I mean, if we get like an improved dodge or something, I guess I won't turn my nose up at that. But you know, it's not necessarily the #1 priority for me right now. Oh, also let me move my webcam over to there you go. You can see my OBS recording folder there. But yeah, just do a more Relink friendly spot on the screen. I always forget to do this after I record the Rising videos, but that time I caught it early before there's actually any content happening. So wonderful. Okay, we got lots of gambling to do. Oh, Dreadright Stone. Ooh, stun power and crit hit rate. Yes, okay. I want to talk about that in a second too. But I see now with Overmasteries and with Bright Stones, I could definitely see myself not using the Lucky Charge Sigil at all anymore, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, another Dreadright Stone, that's fine. Another Dreadright Stone, that's fine too. I don't think any of those are going to replace mine necessarily. Quick cooldown 5, okay. That could actually be good on the Captain, because a lot of his, he is very skill-based. I want to have a lot of support skills always up there. Attack power 4, kind of useless. Firm stance, okay. Not interested. Sequestration Right Stone, not really what I'm looking for. Combo booster, not also what I'm looking for. I mean, at this point, we're looking for very specific stuff, so it's kind of to be expected that we're not going to, a lot of this is going to be kind of worthless, because I'm looking for, like, 4 or 5 different sigils at level 5 specifically, so damage cap 4+ with some Potion Hoarder, that's not so bad, right? That's not, that might actually replace a damage cap. If we have a raw damage cap 4 or something sitting there, that'd be something that we use. Injury to Insult 5, I like the idea of it, but not really so much. Charge attack 4, I thought that was 5. We already have a charge attack 5, but it would be, still, that would have been one of the useful things for us to possibly get there. Fortification Right Stone, not so much. Uplift, I have been told is a lot better than I've been giving it credit for, just because Skybound Darts are really good. I mean, case in point, them basically saving our life in this Bahamut Versa fight, or that's the plan, that they will save our life, at the very least. Tyranny 4+, okay, it's not awful, but Tyranny 5 would be even better, of course. There's actually, there's a crit rate with a Tyranny on it. That's an interesting Right Stone right there, actually. Okay, Break Assassin, nothing wild so far, I will say. I think basically all of this is going to turn into excess vouchers, but I figured we could get this in here early and see if we get anything cool before we go off and fight Versa. We're not going to spend too much more time gambling here. Potion Hoarder and Guts, okay, that's nothing. Sequestration Right Stone, not super interested, and Precise Wrath to finish it off. Okay, no, again, nothing really exciting there, I don't think. But it is what it is, right? At the end, we can also trade a lot of those back in for vouchers and things like that. But again, we're in no rush right now. I don't necessarily need. I'm like, oh my god, this one sigil, if I had it, it would make the make or break. If we can't beat Versa right now, I have to imagine at this point it will be a skill issue, right? I know we're probably our AI are not optimized. We might not even be like fully optimized for our progression in the story right now. But I don't think it's really quite so bad. I think we should be able to do it. Very quickly, I did roll Overmasteries a couple of times. I haven't gotten anything wonderful just yet, right? I did I did this one once and this one twice for the trophies, because I was told that there were trophies for doing this one once and this one twice. From now on, if we roll Overmasteries, which probably will be doing, just because we don't really need the defensive mastery points for the AI quite yet. I think we have all the sigils. If not, then we'll do that. But then we'll start rolling over masteries. But point being, I didn't get anything wonderful, but attack power 500, you know, that's something. Helps us maybe hit damage cap a little bit earlier, right? Stun power up, okay. Health up, okay. And the chain burst damage is, I think, kind of worthless, but it is what it is. But I know for a fact you can get critical hit from these. I did accidentally overwrite some crit hit rate one time before I realized how doing the overmasteries multiple times worked. But yeah, I feel like getting some crit from this is going to be a very high priority, right? Because we can get crit from this, and then even in the short term here, we can get maybe like Lucky Charge on a Right Stone. I do have a couple of those, actually. I think I have a level 6 Lucky Charge Right Stone somewhere, right? So if I get like 10% crit and like a level 6 Lucky Charge Right Stone or something like that, I can get to like 90% crit and free up a sigil slot, so that might be worth it. But yeah, overmasteries are interesting, but not something we've really dabbled too deep into. What else are you guys missing? I think you guys both, at this point, you are mostly caught up. If you want to see the skill setup really quickly for Eugen and Rockham and the captain here, right? This is sort of after a brief discussion, again, with the folks who are helping me farm. We came down to it. I guess the one thing of note here, collateral damage is kind of a meme skill, but apparently we were curious whether or not the AI could perfect dodge this, because it is an option, apparently. You can do this yourself. And it's good damage, right? Again, the damage, that's all I care about right now. I want these AI to do a little bit more damage to help me out in this Versa fight. Yeah, I think you guys just about got it. So let's very quickly, before the main show here, I just want to show you kind of how we're looking right now to get you up to date on the state of our Vasaraga, as it were. So I'm gonna show you guys how our damage cap situation looks for Barreled. I think I've hit. So I did switch up, like I told you. I switched up my sigils a little bit, right? In the sense that I have a little bit more damage and a little bit less damage cap, right? So if you look at the practice, the training menu again here. Right, I guess we can go over Vasaraga in some detail. We have stamina, right? We have a stamina 4+ that we mostly have this for the auto revive, right? But also more stamina never hurts. And then we have a stamina 5 here, right, at level 15. We got quick charge 5 and quick charge 4, right? And another quick charge 4. So our quick charge is actually maxed out at level 30, right? It's a little bit overkilled actually, but it still works out. And then we have a Tyranny 5, a Lucky Charge 5, still useful for now. 1 supplementary damage, 1 crit damage 5, and 1 charge attack 5, and then only 2 damage caps, right? So right now, if you take a look here, right? So obviously without the Grinoth gauge up, we are not hitting damage cap on just about anything, right? So if you look, right? Oh, actually, you know, we are pretty close, right? 504 there, I think that is actually about the damage cap. I think I got some extra attack from somewhere, and I can't remember where. So we actually are hitting damage cap on those attacks there without Grinoth gauge. On the finishers at least, right? But that first attack is where I was trying to get a lot of the value out of from the charges. Right, so if let's just get up to maximum Grinoth gauge here, because that's 200,000 damage being left on the table there, which is a big deal. Yeah, so, okay, once, we're getting up there a little bit now. Once we get all the way up to the attack bonus from Grinoth, I believe now it doesn't quite hit damage cap, I don't think, but it's pretty close, this first part here. 500k is what we're looking for. Yeah, it doesn't, right? It's pretty close. If we have some defensive debuffs on the enemy or something like that, it hits it, and then, of course, if we have the attack buff up from Undying, it hits it rather cleanly. Right? So it's possible that I could use a little bit more damage cap right now. But honestly, considering we won't always necessarily have the maximum attack buff from Grinoth and things like this, I'm honestly a big fan of doing. I mean, that's 2 million damage now, right? With all of them hitting damage cap like this, getting all the way to damage cap, then this is 1 million damage, and then this is another 1 million damage, right? So that's some good eats right there. Bonk. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I think if we have, so basically we need either Undying or the Grinoth attack up. In that case, if either of those is up, we hit damage cap on every single one of these, on every single one of those heavies. Yeah, quit training. So yeah, again, I think you could probably argue for a little bit more damage cap and a little bit less damage, right? But it's a balancing act. I think we could maybe gain like, you know, we could gain like 20k on each of the heavies, but then like lose 80k on the first heavy, which isn't hitting damage cap most of the time. So I think overall it works out to us being pretty close to optimized right now. Again, doing 2 million damage, on each of those like full strings of charge heavies there, that is wonderful. That is something that I'm never going to complain about. All right, well, that's enough preamble there. It's time for the showdown, the rematch. Let's see. I have not tried this off camera. I have just hoped, basically, that everything that I've done over the past few hours today can save us and give us the ability to maybe actually deal with Versa here. I have been told that this is, you know, obviously there are more gear checks in Proud difficulty. But for a while, if we can get past this one, you know, we will be, at the very least, we can get into Proud mode and start, you know, grinding out some better stuff from there. So, without further ado, let's go. Let's get off and see. So, very quick things to remember for me. I definitely do want to save. I want to save. What's it called? I want to save Skybound Dart, right? So I was gonna say, okay, I was gonna say normally we get 2 Skybound Darts because of how little damage we do to Versa. Just because I'm scared, and I don't know if we actually will get our second Skybound Dart in time before he does his Reason's Transcendence, I will just save the first Skybound Dart that we get for the gear check there. With that being said, I will also try to save Link time, but it seems like he doesn't really get stunned while he's charging that bar up, so I don't think it's... Oh, okay, bad start. I don't think it's a super useful thing. This is one thing, right? Eugen does have some paralysis that he can hit Versa with there. Of course, Versa recovers from those sorts of status effects very, very quickly. But still, something that could be useful. Nice, a clean million damage. There will do this level 3 heavy. It does fill the Granblue gauge faster than the second level heavies. So that's something to keep in mind there. Even though it's worse DPS, it'll get us to the attack up from Granblue a lot quicker. Bonk. Okay, okay. And now we roll cancel this. Start bonking him in the face. With that attack up, exactly. Oh, and you know what, too? I guess... With something, so one thing you could argue for having more damage cap, for sure, is that with the defensive debuffs that Eugen and the Captain and Rockham, they all have their own defensive debuff they can inflict. That'll get us damage cap even quicker. But again, for now, I think I'm still totally okay with our current sigil setup. I don't think it's necessarily a... And again, you have to see, like, in these sorts of cases, we lose the attack up from the scythe. So, you know, doing as much damage as often as possible is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Even if in the perfect situation for ourselves, we are doing too much damage and we're sort of overshooting damage cap, we're not always in that perfect situation. Alright, so Link attack gives us some nice Granblue gauge too. You love to see it. Versus gonna enter overdrive right now. We're doing a lot. We definitely are doing more damage, right? We definitely did not get him to 86%. I think it took us about 3 minutes to get him 10% down on the attempts we were doing yesterday, or yeah, it would be yesterday for you guys when that video came out. So I think it took us about 3 minutes to get him down to 10%. So we are doing significantly more damage, and that my damage has gone up a little bit, but mostly that is definitely going to be, you know, Rockham, Eugen, and the Captain. Actually, well, I mean, Eugen wasn't around last time, but again, the AI just pulling their weight a little bit more compared to what they used to be doing. Okay, and now he's dropping all this on us. Oh God, okay, it's fine. This is why God gave us guts, I suppose. Okay, this is why God gave us auto revive, I suppose. I forgot that he still has all of those. I thought it was he could just be safe there, but relatively, anyways. But no, it was not the case. Alrighty, bonk, bonk. Oh my God, what the hell? And if we find ourselves in the case where he's doing Reason's Transcendence and we don't have our Granblue gauge full, we can just use Undying, right? That's why I'm kind of saving it. Oh my God, I did not. I thought I was out of range of that when I rolled. But yeah. If we don't have attack up from the Granblue gauge when he starts Reason's Transcendence, Undying is a valuable substitute too. That attack will get us 2 damage cap most of the way at the very least. 3 of the 4 hits will be basically at damage cap there, if we do that. Everyone's screaming Rockham's name. We love to see it. I think they do that when he does collateral damage. Okay, okay. Versa taking a step back here. So far, I mean, so far it definitely does look like we're doing more damage, doesn't it? That's my current feeling of how quickly this fight is going compared to last time. It took us, I think, about 15 or 20 minutes or something like that to get him down to about 50% last time. What is this? Do I have to be worried about this? Probably, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, right. This is the Fall Guys minigame. Of course. How could I be so naive? Awaku. The music goes hard as hell, as always. Dark Flames there, unfortunate. The Captain went down, but he's got auto revive. All the AI are kitted with guts and auto revive. Right, so they do all have, you know, a couple of different times they can get bonked and still be relatively okay. Versa come out with the big laser. Let's get our way to safety here somewhat. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I did say somewhat, didn't I? I did say somewhat. But again, we don't want to use Undying, even though it could potentially, you know, we could get through this a little quicker. But again, our problem is not going to be the critical gauge, right? We're never going to be like, oh, we lost because Versa he bled us out of crit gauge. No, we just lose. If we can get past Reason's Transcendence, and if there's any other gear checks in this fight, if we can get past those, we're good, right? That's the problem is those gear checks, not us necessarily running out of crit gauge. So I'm not going to use Undying to prevent us going down. I want to use Undying to make sure if he does go for Reason's Transcendence, that I am ready. Oh, Phalanx is good there. Potentially, I think. Oh yeah, well, definitely kept us alive right there. We do have stamina too, right? That is one thing. So we do want to make sure when Reason's Transcendence is going on, we want to ensure that we are at max health or as close as we can manage, because that is going to be even more of a damage buff for us, of course. Yes. So right now, there we go. Without the attack bonus from the Granblue gauge, we're actually not hitting damage cap on those. Raka. I think they all say that when he collateral damages himself, right? They're all kind of like calling his name out there. Oh, okay, so yeah, Link time, I think I will also... I don't know if we actually can stun him while he's doing Reason's Transcendence. The answer seems to be no, from my experience so far. But we will at least hold on to it, in case, I suppose, in case we could potentially make use of it. Okay, Bloodthirst again. Where he's getting close. Again, this also is much faster, right? So looking at how much damage we're doing to him makes me more optimistic. Because this is definitely getting him down to 64% in 5 minutes. That is definitely a lot faster than it went last time. Maybe even it feels like it's almost 3 times as fast, like a little under 3 times as fast. So I was talking about if the AI just did 33% of my damage, we would be good. Looks like they're actually combined. They're about doubling my damage up. It seems like. Oh, okay. Unfortunate there. But again, this is all fine, right? Well, obviously it'd be nice to like perfect this fight or something, but I just gotta make sure that I'm not down when he starts Reason's Transcendence, because that would obviously be basically a death sentence. Yeah, so upcoming here, when he's going to do it pretty soon, we definitely have to be more careful. In that case, this is not where I want to be for this attack. That's for damn sure. But again, I can't afford to use Undying here. Can't afford to use Undying there. That is I just rolled kind of into it, but that's okay. They're both here to revive me, it's fine. The crit condition, again, we don't care about side objectives at all. The only thing I care about is what does Reason's Transcendence look like, and can we survive it? And as long as obviously that the going down is bad because it sets us back on Grinoth gauge, but again, Undying can sort of, let's do this, just because again, I don't think we can actually stun him, and this will get me basically all the way back up to the attack up from Grinoth, because I think he is about to start Reason's Transcendence pretty soon here. So getting us, the link time will just give me the opportunity, yeah, there you go, we get all the way back up to the attack up here. And then, let's see what he's about to do. Looks like he is about to do it. Oh? Yeah. All right. Here's the moment of truth, folks. Can we do this? We're gonna start with a Skybound Dart, because of course we are. Gives us a nice long window to beat up on him. All right. I'm gonna Undying real quick. There you go. Now we just gotta try. We gotta hope. It looks like we're doing good damage, honestly. Already. I'm quite optimistic. I think we got it, guys. I think we got it. I think the extra damage from the AI there, even on their Skybound Darts and everything, that is Reason's Transcendence is going to be stopped by the Skybound Dart. Wonderful. That is, oh my god. Okay, that feels good. That feels very, very good. Now, I can't imagine that that's the only gear check that Versa is going to hit us with here. So we got to be ready, potentially, for even more nonsense coming out of him. Okay, good dodge. But if it's another Reason's Transcendence, I just hope that he gives us time to build our Skybound Dart gauge back up. Because again, I don't think we can do this without, even that was a lot faster for sure. I still don't think we can do that without Skybound Dart. Right? I still don't think it's feasible without Skybounds to hold him still there on the gauge. Okay, perfect dodge. Nice. Yes, I'll wait time. Okay, no, Rockham disagrees. I'm still a little worried about link timing, just because if he does do another big gear check right away, I don't want to be caught with my pants down without a link time or a Skybound. So that's basically what I'm worried about there. Okay, that's that whole thing. Just fine, like. Ooh, okay. I blocked those. Nice and easy. No problem so far, Mr. Versa. He's doing the thing. That's fine. Let's try to get back to this Grinoth attack up here, using the Great Scythes into the big heavy. Again, this level 3 heavy, it does fill up the Grinoth gauge faster. All right. Again, maybe I don't know if it's ill-advised to use our link time here, right? But again, I don't think you can actually stun him while he's Reason's Transcendencing. At least that has not been my experience so far. Rock. Yeah, they do. I'll just do it when he says when he does collateral damage. Oh, that's cute. All right, Hell's Flare again. We're almost back to another Skybound gauge, right? Of course, we want the AI to be at about 70. We want the captain or someone to be at 70, someone to be at 80, and someone to be at 90 when we get to 100, right? Is how it works. Because you get little chunks of Skybound gauge every time somebody does one step of the burst. Okay. He's going back into overdrive. I think this is fine, because I think we basically have until he's done with overdrive before he'll try to do another gear check, assuming he will do Reason's Transcendence multiple times. This looks worrying. No, okay, this is just... Okay, this is that. That's not worrying. Yeah, this is Alter Ego Insanus. How cool. How cool. Okay. Ow! That's fine. That's why God gave us guts. Okay. That's why God gave us auto revive. I mean, we did just get them back, and then I immediately blew them again. But that's fine. Not a horrible thing. Okay, find somewhere that looks relatively safe and stand there until it doesn't look safe anymore. Okay, the important thing is to remember that these things don't all fall at once. You can spend some amount of time on the danger zones there, and it's all good still. All right. Now he's gonna do the thing. Yep. He's gonna do the big screamy thing. I guess we should go behind him here. It seems to be. Oh no, it spawns on top of you. I see. There is no safe place there. Oh, he's gonna do the dashes. Also okay. I'm just worried about the unless he's doing something with a purple bar, he can do whatever the hell he wants, and I'm totally fine. We can block one of these. Yeah, I think we actually found that we can block 2 of these. I'm gonna try to dodge them still, but I dodged too early. I wasn't holding guard when he actually hit me, unfortunately. It's fine. It's fine. Give us, if anything, sends us back to full health for maximum stamina benefits. The moon does in fact set. There you go. Skybound gauge is ticking back up there. Eugen's looking pretty good. Looks like Rockham does in fact blow himself up with the collateral damage. He's not built to survive that. Maybe you can't. I mean, some people have told me that if you're the one playing Rockham, you can certainly perfect dodge that. But yeah, maybe it's a little bit beyond the AI. Still though, it's good damage. It is good damage. Him falling down for a second there and then like auto reviving right away or something is not really that big of a deal in terms of a loss of DPS. If it proves to be a problem, you know, then maybe we'll have to switch it out for something, but as of right now, it doesn't seem to be. Is Alter Ego Insanus again? No. Oh! It doesn't have a title card. Okay. Sure. Yeah, Eugen does have that paralysis there, which is... Oh, I tried to parry that with the heavy, and I timed it poorly, unfortunately. But yeah, Eugen does have that paralysis there, which is obviously a great time, right? It's a wonderful little skill, but Versa does not really seem to feel status effects in the same way. Okay. Good time for a perfect dodge there. As soon as I woke up, I have to perfect dodge that, basically. And bonk. And get back in there. Once again, we're trying to get this Grinoth gauge up as high as we can. If he does try to do... Oh my god. Let's try to do any more shenanigans. Link attack helps a lot. Helps a lot with that, actually. Gives a giant chunk of Grinoth gauge. We have our Skybound art back. Well, not quite. If he does it literally right now, we're in trouble. But now we have our Skybound art back. So, even if he does another Reason's Transcendence, we are looking good. So, I don't want to, you know, I'm not going to say, you know, CNN calls this fight in favor of Brick. I don't think so just yet. Right? Because I don't know if maybe Versus got one more trick up his sleeve or something like that. But if it's just another Reason's Transcendence, then we are good. We'll have to see though. Yeah, Eugen does have a giant laser for some reason that he can fire out of his gun. I'm not sure how he got that, but like I'm happy for him, I suppose. Rocco. Oh, okay, owie. What's this? I suppose I should get away from it. Probably. Oh no, he goes forwards. I thought I was going to explode outwards, like on all sides. All right, some bigger bonks here. We're not getting our maximum damage because we're not at max health, right? So stamina is letting us down a little bit. I guess we are letting stamina down, you could possibly say. Oh man, those I knew those. I was gonna say to myself, hey, those start spinning pretty quickly to make sure you're ready to dodge, but then they still spun even faster than I expected. All right. Again, it's fine. I don't care how many times we go down in this fight, as long as we don't let one of those purple bars fill up. I am not trying to S-rank this fight. I am trying to survive this fight. We can worry about S-ranking Versa at a later date when we are bigger and stronger. For now, I'm just trying to survive and move on to Proud Difficulty here, which again, it looks like we may be able to do. We'll have to see though. Bloodthirst once more. All right. He's got basically one more chance here. He's got to do one. Oh my god. He's got to do something big to kill us with a purple bar of some kind. But again, I don't think it can be Reason's Transcendence at this point. I think that's not going to serve him well enough. Okay. We survived that at the very least. So that's good. I'm not gonna heal just yet necessarily. Oh, because I was gonna say one. Yeah, there is a chance that I could go down, but also I wanted to make sure that I actually save max HP for any potential gear checks. Now let's not get too cocky though, because the crit gauge is actually starting to go down. Right now, it is still ahead of Versa's own HP. Right, but yeah, he does not give us a lot of opportunities to hit him. Right, so even if we're really careless, like a good thing we blocked that, for example. If we're really careless, we actually could find ourselves losing to crit gauge depletion. Right, it's still very much a lose condition that's on the table. It's just not as threatening as, you know, something like Reason's Transcendence. But now that we know that Reason's Transcendence is stoppable, right, then perhaps it actually is a better idea to prioritize not having our crit gauge let us down. All right, big bonk here for some link gauge. Yeah, and then also, yeah, big bonk into link attack into another big bonk. Basically gets us all the way to the attack up for Grinoth there, which is wonderful stuff. Okay, speaking of bonks, now we actually do have the attack up. We should be just about hitting damage cap here. Actually, why is it damage? Why was it 300k? It's like 500 is our damage cap normally. Is Versa buffing his defense up in some way? I'm not sure. We should be getting all of our buffs from stamina, from the Grenath gauge, from everything. So I don't know. Bonk, bonk. Okay, we'll get back up to the attack up here. What's he gonna do, man? I mean, I'm waiting for him to do one more really scary thing. Looks like he's gonna do... Whoa, okay. What is this? Light of the Apocalypse. This is a different purple bar, but it is a purple bar nonetheless, and it is filling up pretty quickly. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do Undying, because I think he's attacking at the same time. So I can't afford to have him be messing anything that I'm doing up. I should stop that gauge from ticking up at the very least. And now we can just punch him over and over. Hopefully, is the idea. Do we have to kill him? Oh my god, we have to kill him before that fills. That's scary. Okay, but I think we're gonna manage it though. I think we are gonna manage that. Yeah, why is our damage cap like lowered on him? We're doing less HP. We're only doing 335k there instead of the 500. Maybe he has just a really high defense, so we're not hitting damage cap. In any case, Wings of Destruction. That is Bahamut Versa. He's gonna go down. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, that Light of the Apocalypse is scary. You have to do 7% damage to him before he fills that up. But with the full burst holding the bar in place there, we were able to blow him in half. Okay, yeah, for once I agree with you. That was one heck of a fight. God damn. But that is going to be Proud gear check down. We are officially moving on to the highest difficulty in the video game. I'm not sure if the Lucilis fight is still technically Proud, because I know he's like a level 200 boss, which there aren't a whole lot of. But yeah, that's feels great. Feels great. I was very worried that I spent, you know, God knows how long. I spent like 3 or 4 hours with the boys there in the Discord server, grinding some stuff up, and I was just gonna get murked by Versa regardless. We did get the 15 minutes there, so that's good. Obviously a C rank, we went down an absolute metric shit ton there. But again, not a problem. I wasn't trying to S rank this mission, I was just trying to survive. And that is exactly what we did. 3 Mirage munitions. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I can breathe a big sigh of relief now. I was worried because I was like, I don't want to record a bunch of Relink videos today, but if I can't beat Versa, I don't want to spend, you know. Yeah, Proud. There you go. We got a gold spellbook, 100 large Fortitude crystals, and 2 silver spellbooks. I don't even know who we could use. Oh, something new in Sigil Transmutation. Is this finally when we unlock that? Yeah, Transmarvel. Okay. Every transmutation fills a gauge. You ability to transmarvel every time the gauge completely fills up. Yeah, so I've been told that even though, so all the sigils that we've been transmuting so far should still count. This gauge, yeah, and it is in fact, there are 9 stocks filled up there. So sure, you know, we'll look over some stuff, but for now, in celebration of our arrival in Proud difficulty here. Oh, and it can give you unique sigils, huh? I wonder, can it give me unique sigils for characters I don't have? Like, is it gonna give me like, yeah, like Lord's Transcendence there? Oh, it drops 5 pluses. God damn. Okay, yeah. I see. This is the good stuff. Hero's Will. Yeah. Is this id? Actually, I don't know. Actually, no, I don't know who this. That little. Oh, is that Vayne? It might be Vayne. Guardian's Conviction. This is Catalina. Yeah, it looks like it. Is it only drop these unique ones? No. Precise Resilience. Okay, that's something. Fearless Spirit. Not sure who that belongs to either. Dodge Payback 5. Okay, not really what I'm interested in if I was going to get a 5. Founder's Truth. This is Cagliostro. Yeah, it's okay. So this is very much, it can drop those unique sigils even for people that you don't. Yeah, White Dragon is Lancelot. So even if you don't own them, it'll still give them to you. That's kind of unfortunate, right? Because I don't care about a lot of this stuff. Yeah, okay, so we mostly got unique sigils there. That's you know, it is what it is. I guess, you know, yeah, real quick, let's spend some time here. We've done some good stuff. Let's reward ourselves with a little bit of gambling as a treat. Yeah, so this right here, I think, is the right stone that I'm currently having my eye on. Crit rate 7, Lucky Charge 6. Lucky Charge 6 is a 30% chance to crit on charge attacks. So this sigil represents a 37% chance to crit total, right? So we have 50% from our masteries baseline. If we can get like even 8 or 10% from over masteries, right, then we could get a yeah, we get a 97% chance to crit. No, that math is wrong. 95 if it was 8 and 97, yeah, if it was 10. Yeah. So this right stone I think is the one that I'm looking to slot in, but I'm waiting on some over masteries. For now though, every other right stone I think can kind of go the way of the dodo. I don't care about you or you, not really. No, don't care about any of this lower rank stuff too. Sequestration, I just don't care about at all. I will never use a sequestration right stone, I don't think. At least not right now, I can't imagine it. Same thing with the fortifications, I don't really care. Dread is interesting, but again, the Dread right stone that I currently have is basically this. I think it's actually 8 and Cascade 5. So this is not going to be better than that. And then basically outside of that, yeah, I think this one has auto revive on it. I guess that's good because right now we do have a damage cap 4 slotted in for auto revive. That one I might keep around just because I feel like getting guts and auto revive off of your right stone in the long run might be some pretty good stuff. Let me just make sure I'm not selling. Yeah, that is the one that I really want to make sure that I keep, right? So let's trade all that for a whole bunch of vouchers there. I'll trade all of these too, but I'll keep this one just in case. I don't think I'm going to use it, but we don't really need the extra like 10 vouchers from it, and it seems interesting. Trade sigils. I guess there are. Yeah, actually, I don't care about these at all, huh? This is the captain. Oh, okay. For people that we're gonna use, then sure. But yeah, like Catalina, never. We can only. Why can we only trade one? Oh, because there's a limit of 999, right? Of course. Dodge payback extends invincibility after perfect dodge. I guess this is good actually to give to the AI, so we'll keep it. Perfect guard. Nope, we'll get rid of you. We want to get to 999 here, basically a bunch of health 5. I don't care about at all. A crit rate 5 is one of the only 5s I might use. There you go. We get to 999 vouchers there. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a girl a voucher. And now we will trade even more. We will transmute even more sigils into even more level 3 things, into even more trans marbles. So how does this work? So 81. It fills up 15 each time, huh? Okay. Skilled assault, who cares? Quick charge 5+. Oh, man. Okay, that's what I'm looking for right there. God damn. That is actually really good. And quick cooldown, too. I mean, quick cooldown, if I had to pick a secondary traits to be on that, I don't think I would pick quick cooldown, but the fact that it's a quick charge 5 with anything on it, quick charge 5, just quick charge 5, I would already be fine with. So anything that comes with it is going to be a nice little bonus there. Combo booster, sure. Dodge payback, another one. Okay, might be an interesting thing to put on the AI, just because extending their invincibility after a perfect dodge is going to help them out quite a lot with their survivability. Stamina is okay. Combo booster 5, not good for me, but maybe, I don't even know. Maybe not even for Rockham or anyone like that. Lucky charge we don't need anymore. We have the one lucky charge sigil that we're going to use. If we get a lucky charge 5+, I suppose. Fast learner is unfortunately kind of worthless. Precise resilience, sure. Break assassin I don't care about. Provoke. Quick charge 4. Okay, not quite my tempo anymore. I do like that sigil, but we've moved on to bigger and better things right now. Low profile once again, not really what I'm looking for. How many trans marbles? So it looks like we get something like 3 to 4 trans marbles off of a full stack of 999 vouchers, right? So that's something. Dread right stone. Okay, but nothing that I'm interested in. Attack power completely worthless. Attack down resistance 5, again, kind of worthless. Defense down, okay, sure. Dodge payback again. Actually, yeah, the more dodge paybacks, the better, because I think I want one on every single one of the AI if it's going to give them extra invincibility after a perfect dodge. That is kind of their whole thing. Lucky charge again, nice, but we don't need it anymore. Regen completely worthless in my opinion. Guts 5, everyone's already kitted out with guts, but I can maybe upgrade someone if someone has like a guts 3 or something. Couldn't hurt to upgrade that. Yeah, okay, so we got 4 trans marbles, just about, off of a full stack there. That's quite the right stone there, but nothing I really care about. Concentrated Fire 5. I guess we'll put that on Rockham, right? He probably can, or Eugen. One of them could use that. Throw is absolutely worthless in my opinion. Combo Booster 5. Okay. Nothing that absolutely blows my socks off here, but you know, it's something. I might do depending on if I'm doing that a whole lot. I might do a lot of that off screen from now on. But yeah, you see the general rotation there, right? So yeah, one thing. This quick charge 4 comes with dizzy resistance. I couldn't care less. Give me that quick charge 5. Yeah. I guess you know what? Fine. The one with dizzy resistance is better technically than the one that's just flat like that, right? Because right now we're at so the 11, the 15. It's a little overkill actually. It is a little bit overkill. So what? Because we could go, and once we get this up to level 15, right? Then we don't even need a third quick charge. So maybe it's actually a better idea to slot in a completely different sigil here. What is heroes? We can't put this on. Why is this showing up? Huh? Can I? Yeah, okay, I was gonna say only Vayne could equip the sigil. Sure, that's what I would have expected. I suppose a crit damage 5 couldn't hurt, right? Yeah, that'll probably get us. Again, maybe I can slot in a damage cap there, but the only damage caps I have anyways are damage cap 3s, which are not exactly the the most efficient stuff to put on there. And the other main thing that is of interest here, I think, is for example, I mean, I'm sure linked together, I don't really care about. I want to give the AI. Order acquired. Let's look for it. Oh yeah, first off, this is a ranged attack buff. Is that correct? Concentrated fire, I believe, is. Yeah, ranged attacks. Okay. I'll give that. Oh, fine. Eugen can have that. Sure, why not? Though I say that, I have fewer sigil slots that I want to give up on Eugen versus Rockham, and the main thing that I want to give them is this dodge payback. Does that give them an extra second of invincibility? So they have now 1 second from this. They have 1 second from Nimble Defense. They have 1 second from Nimble Onslaught. And I think it's 2 seconds baseline. So every AI is going to be invincible for 5 seconds, 5 entire seconds after a perfect dodge, which is that good right there. Yeah, for example, this Overdrive Assassin thing is mostly worthless. that the most worthless sigil that Rockham has here? I mean, I do like the crits for him, just like he wasn't able to get 200 crits, just baseline. Yeah. So I think this Overdrive Assassin is the most worthless thing he has, so we'll do that. We will probably replace one of these crit rates, though, either way, with yeah, we'll replace one of the crit rates here with another dodge payback. There you go. And then the captain will get a dodge payback too, instead of... I don't know. A lot of the captain sigils are actually kind of poo-poo. Maybe we can give him a bunch of better stuff, a bunch of 5s. Hold on. Sort by trait level. Right, yeah, there you go. And we can maybe give him a whole bunch of, so like this combo booster 4 that he's got meets combo booster 5. We have a dodge payback 5+ for him here, which I guess we can replace the Aegis with more than anything, right? The extra health is nice on him, of course, but I mean, if he does perfect dodges and is invincible for even longer, you might not even need it, right? Crit damage is not even super useful for him because he doesn't have a 100% chance to crit necessarily. So we can give him maybe some combo finisher damage and like another combo booster 5 or something. Because he does a lot of little hits, right? So I don't know. Maybe this isn't exactly the optimal build for the captain, but I'm not so worried about it. I just want to make sure that, they are getting some big damage at some point. No, actually, no. Combo booster is probably pretty bad on the AI in general, right? Because this you have to keep hitting continuously, and that's not something they really do. Yeah, the effect resets if the next hit isn't made in time. Yeah. So this, I don't think is a good idea for them. I guess. What do you guys think? I want to give him some 5. I mean, I guess injury to insult is because we. Yeah, I'm not super enamored with any of this, I guess. Life on the line, healing from allies does nothing, right? Yeah, he's the only one who heals allies anyway, so actually this is kind of good for him. Yeah, let's do life on the line. Because again, yeah, he's the only one who will be healing allies. Everyone else just heals themselves, so some life on the line for him is probably a good idea. Actually, I think Eugen does have a heal skill too, but it's fine. I mean, the captain also with his HP right now, if he gets hit, he's going down anyway, so there's no healing coming from allies at all. Okay, wonderful. I think that's a pretty solid setup there for the fellas. As for us, again, I think we're just about set up. Yeah. Blacksmith, we can put some more Mirage munitions on Al-Sarav here. Why not? When do we get 15? God damn. I thought I only had the 4. I must have forgotten to put in some of the ones that I got from the end of the farming session. Almost plus 99 on Al-Sarav. That's wonderful. And of course, the nice thing about Mirage munitions, right? We can always just swap them out, right? With no loss whatsoever. Okay, wonderful. Let's see. Let me see. Maybe we can do plus 99. Wait, but I didn't get plus 99. What are you talking about? The trophy lies. The trophy lies. He's gonna give me even more Mirage munitions. I'll take it. I guess we can. Let's see. Maybe we can try and do one more Proud Quest. Find one that looks a little bit easier, perhaps. Oh, all right. The gold spellbooks. Who do we want to give that to? I know if you level up past your level cap, you get knick-knack vouchers and mastery points. Can we just like feed that into people who are already max level, or does that not work? I guess we can otherwise just get. So we can't give that to them. Okay, well, silver spellbooks. Let's throw them into the captain. Get him closer to level 100. I think the gold spellbooks would be a bit of a waste on him because he's so close. Let's see. Yeah, actually no. He needs about 450k to get to level 99, and that's about 40% of the way through, so it probably is something like 600k, but the next one's gonna be even more. There's like 300,000 XP going to waste. Yeah, but like, what about if we did? I don't know. I mean, just for the sake of basically getting mastery points and rupees, right? That'd be a lot more, right? I don't really care. Let's get the captain's level 100 first, and then we can distribute the excess experience to somebody else, I guess. So, like for example, let's give it to Id. No, actually, let's give it to Catalina. Right, let's just go left to right there. That gives us the most mastery points because she's low level. Doesn't really matter, but it's 220 mastery points. So I'm not going to turn my nose up at that by any means. You have characters that can unlock overmastery. That's right. The captain just hit the max overmastery there. For those who need more treasure dropped by bosses. Yeah, okay. Actually, you know what? Because the proud difficulty quests, I gotta imagine, are going to be kind of long, right? Oh no, the dragons again, man. Okay, yeah. So Elusius here is going to be a big problem once again, right? The wind dragon. That's going to be because he was already causing a lot of difficulty for the AI on Maniac, so I have to imagine it's even worse for Proud. On the bright side, I mean, our AI are a lot more kitted up. Eugen and Rockham, at the very least, can maybe even survive a hit from this guy. Hopefully, maybe, right? But at the very least, they have 5 seconds of invincibility on their perfect dodges, which should help. Yeah, but I think this stuff is going to take a little bit. So let's try, just to end off this episode here before we go into Story Corner, let's try a quick quest, because I've been very curious about these things. So you'll randomly join a quest between easy and proud difficulty, and it scales you accordingly, right? And then you get these Dahlia badges, which seem very useful, right? Because again, if you just take a quick look here at what you can trade with Sierra with these Dahlia badges, some of the stuff is pretty good. So the silver stuff, there's nothing there's nothing like wild here, right? I mean, some of these animas or things like that, sure, they're fine, but they're not like the highest quality stuff necessarily. Yeah, like I'm kind of scrolling here to see if anything will prove me wrong, and the answer is kind of no, right? But the gold Dahlia badge, this is where shit gets crazy, right? This is 10,000 mastery points. This is a max level sigil. This is a max level weapon, right? This is gold spellbooks and copper spellbooks are kind of useless at this point. The crewmate card's nice. Silver centrums, I have been told I will need a lot of these moving forwards. Right now, until now at least, we haven't really needed very much of them at all. But apparently, they get used for basically everything as you go deeper into the game. And of course, right, we want that thing, our Dark Soul, the Ebony's Poise, right, for Vasaraga here, because every time we hit a charge attack, it makes our skills cool down quicker, which could be very useful, right? So yeah, basically, oh yeah, and this stuff is good too for uncapping, right? The main idea basically being that those gold Dahlia badges are actually quite useful. So I've been told that you can only get the gold Dahlia badges, I think, through online quick questing, but so like, I think anyway. So let's try that, I suppose. Let's try that. Spend gold badge tickets to earn more gold Dahlia badges. Up to 3 can be used at a time. Okay, no, but actually now I'm curious. So if I go to a quick quest and I go abandoned quest, yes, and I go closed, right? Oh wait, no, I think that something just said it must be open to earn gold badges, right? Yeah, it must be set to open to use gold badge tickets. Okay, so yeah, I imagine that also means you can't. So yeah, let's use these. I mean, no, you know, this is why we got them. So let's use them to get more gold Dahlia badges. Characters will be scaled if power exceeds advised power by a certain amount. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do this. Let's try out these quick quests and see how it feels. I think there's a bunch of people playing this video game. I mean, it's a Friday night right now for me. Friday about 9:30 p.m. here. So we'll have to see if we can't find anybody to matchmake with, then so be it. But again, the silver Dahlia badges, I'm not so sure that I really care about anything you can trade for those. So if we can't realistically get the gold ones in a reasonable time frame, then we'll just not do this Dahlia badge stuff or any of this quick quest stuff. And we'll just do it our own way, after all. Though the ambrosia is something that's very hard to come by. Funny enough, on our very first run, I did like 30 Slimepede runs or something with the fellas there in the server. But on our very first run, no joinable sessions were found. A temporary session will not be created for matchmaking. What the heck? Okay, sure. But yes, what was I going to say? We on the very, very first run of Slimepede, we did actually get the rainbow slime there, which apparently is incredibly rare, and we didn't get it in any of our other attempts, so I believe that it's incredibly rare. But that did drop like 10,000 mastery points and an ambrosia, so it's like 20k mastery. That really, really, really sped up the grind to help out the AI get their mastery points all opened up there, so the ambrosia is a really big deal, and it seems like it's pretty hard to come by outside of those gold Dahlia badges, but seems like nobody runs quick quest, so oh well. What? Mr. Bushido has left my party. I saw no indication that someone even joined my. Oh no. Okay. Well, I guess we won't be doing a quick quest then. We are just about at time here to potentially go do some Fate episodes and some Story Corner stuff. So I suppose, yeah, you know what? Fine. I'll just call it a little bit earlier. Maybe you know what we can do. Well, here's what we can do. I want to. How can I abandon this quest? Apparently I can't. That's fine. If we don't ready up, it's fine. Let's do a little bit more Sierra shenaniganry here, just because how the timing worked out. That Versa fight took a long time, and then dealing with the aftermath of that Versa fight also took a very long time. So we find ourselves now in a bit of an awkward position here for the timing on the episode. We'll just get rid of all this stuff, and I guess we'll do a little bit more Sierra trading. I did, by the way, I got like 53 curios from all the farming, and I did send them all to that guy, Zafba, right? And he gave me another sub damage for it, right? So that's pretty good, right? But nothing better than that, I don't think. I got a less is more for as well, right? But I think less is more is one of those things that like I really want to stack it up all the way if I'm gonna commit to using it. So for now, it's not really a big deal. Combo booster I don't think is good on me, and I don't think the AI can use it at all. All of these. Fearless Spirit is okay. The captain will keep just in case, right? Boost the captain's attack power and defense the higher the arts level. Yeah, we probably actually will just give that to him. White Dragons for Lancelot, Vayne, I don't care. Cagliostro, I don't care. Cagliostro, I don't care. Yodarha, I don't care. That's a lot of sigils or vouchers already there. And we can just trade out some useless stuff here. Maybe not linked together, but Life on the Line. A lot of Lucky Charge 5s that we don't need, actually. Yeah, I only need the one that I have equipped, basically. It's not really useful for anybody else, and I don't need more than one. And I might not even need one pretty soon here. Okay, so yeah, let's finish off the episode with even more gambling. You know how I love my gambling, selling my house for knick-knack vouchers, as it were. And then we'll head out to the outro here and the what's it called? The story corner. Yeah, I'm very happy. I was very another quick charge 5. That's awesome. I don't need another one necessarily, but if they give me another quick charge 5 plus, now we could be talking Zero. Nimble defense, okay, it's not bad. But yeah, I'm very happy that that actually worked out, man. I was damage cap 5. That's a big deal. Okay, awesome. I was very worried that I was going to spend all of that time doing all that grinding, doing all that. You have no, I mean, you probably do have an idea. I was going to say you have no idea, but if you've played this video game, you know how mind-numbing it can be. Look at the size of that Colossus. Don't let it escape. And I got one of the guys I was playing with was playing Siegfried too. So Siegfried, he sounds like he's got his helmet on, right? He sounds like he's coming through a ham radio at all times, just going like, "This is power. This is power. This is power. This is." And Vasrag is screaming at the top of his lungs, doing the dash attack heavy, right? It gets to be quite the mind-numbing experience when you do it for like 2 hours straight. So I was very worried that we were going to do all of that, and we weren't even going to be able to beat Versa afterwards, but. Luckily, it actually was quite clean. We crushed that gear check. We didn't even really just pass it. We didn't limp by, right? We kind of blew the hell out of Versa's back there. The only thing that was actually worrying is we went down enough that our crit gauge started to be a problem. But both the Reason's Transcendence and the Light of the Apocalypse were pretty easily taken down, I think. Okay, we have Dodge, Payback. Dodge, Payback, and Uplift is actually pretty nice. Yeah, I might want to give that to one of the AI just so they can have some... a little bit more Skybound gauge, right? It's a straight upgrade on their Dodge Payback. I don't really care about the attack up they get from Dodge Payback. I care more about the invincibility extension. A Stamina 4. Okay, so the main thing that we got is Damage Cap 4, and I'm going to want to give one of that Dodge Payback, or Damage Cap 5, rather. I'm going to want to give that Dodge Payback 4 to one of the AI as well, with the uplift on it. Garrison and Auto Revive. That's pretty damn good. Okay, sure. Charge Attack 5 and Attack Up. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's just a straight upgrade to the Charge Attack 5 I'm rocking right now. Attack up is obviously not the most incredible thing in the world, but it's something. And then health 5. Okay, so hold on. There's some good stuff here that we can use to, as we clean it up here. So first, who do I want to give the Dodge Payback? They all have Dodge Payback 5. I guess it feels like the captain's going to be doing the least attacking, and therefore he's going to be lagging behind in Skybound gauge the most often. So giving improved healing though. That is actually pretty good on him because he's again the only person who actually healing amount. Yeah. So no, we don't want to take away that one from him. So I guess we can give it to, let's give it to Eugen, I suppose. Dodge Payback 4+ there with the uplift. I think it is better than the Dodge Payback 5, just because Dodge Payback, it only scales up the amount of, that thing, their Dark Soul. It scales up the amount of damage they get, right, after they do, I do this by order acquired, or I'll never find this thing. Dodge Payback 4+, there you go. It only scales up the damage bonus, right, so as the Dodge Payback level gets higher, right, which is not what I care about at all. I more so care about the invincibility there, so just getting the uplift on him, getting him more ready to Skybound art with us more often is going to be a great thing. And then we have a couple of things, right? So this Charge Attack 5, for example, is just... oh, no, but it's level 15. Yeah, so it actually is still better because I don't have the... I can't get this one to level 15 just yet, right? But eventually, that one will slot in. And then I guess, yeah, the Damage Cap 5 is a big deal. Let's... Okay, let's very quickly here. Let's take a very quick detour. You know what? As we're doing this detour, I'll actually start running through the outro to just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I just want to check how our damage cap situation is looking, and if I feel like it's if I feel like we're hitting it very cleanly, then I'll just get rid of one of the crit damage ones and slot in the damage attack. Or the damage cap rather. But yeah, as we're sort of going through Barreled here, we will be moving into our story corner after this. So for all of you folks who are not interested in Fate episodes and things like that, I will run you through the outro now so that you can get on with your day before we go off there. So, as always, you made it this far in the video, then I got 4 things for you. You know how it is. For number 1, join the Discord server. It's a great place there. It's a link in the description. Of course, I'm sure there will be more grinding required at some point throughout this campaign. I doubt that grinding session that I did this earlier today will be the last one. That we will have, right? So if you want to join on that sort of stuff, then I implore you to join the Discord server. Yeah, because we're not actually hitting on that first one still, right? But then on both of these, we are hitting damage cap. Yeah. So I won't slot in. I won't remove the crit damage there. But yeah, if you want to join those kinds of sessions, you can please join the Discord. Also, I mean, besides that, it's a nice place to talk about fighting games, talk about Relink, talk about gacha games, talk about music, talk about art. There's a bunch of channels for a bunch of stuff. It's a really nice place full of really nice people for you to hang out and make friends. So I implore you to join. But I also implore you to please keep it to the nice and welcoming place that it currently is. Haven't really had to do any sort of moderation or anything like that, but I won't hesitate to drop the ban hammer on somebody's ass if I have to, so please, just don't let that be you, okay? Don't be the first person I ever have to ban. You don't want that kind of reputation. Of course, number 2, if you liked the video, and I sure hope you did, get down there and like the damn video, please. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. Glad you sub the channel. I appreciate it a lot, of course, while you're there. For number 3, that subscribe button, that bell button, they're all the way over there. They'll keep you up to date with all this content we're throwing out every day. We got 3 videos at noon p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. being Granblue Rising Ranked, Granblue Rising side content, and Relink, respectively, right? So it's almost 2.5 to like 5 hours of content a day, depending on what happens at that 4 p.m. time slot. So unless you have all that time to dedicate to little old me, I recommend that you just hit those 2 buttons, that subscribe and that bell, know when something gets uploaded, and then maybe go back and watch it when you got a minute. And of course, number 4, most importantly, more important than whatever buttons you smash or whatever algorithm-friendly interactions you hit me with, I appreciate those, but I hope most of all that you had a great time hanging out today, as always. I know I sure did. It's always a good time, right? It's good. We did manage to beat the living hell out of one Bahamut Versa, or Versa, I guess. Yeah, that is the one. Yeah, Bahamut Versa. So feels good to have done all of that work for a reason and actually have a good outcome come out of it. So I'm very happy about that. Having a lot of fun with Relink. It's going to be a lot more coming your way. But until then, I will, if you are not one of the Story Corner folks, see you in the next one. And yes, I'm going to replace this Damage Cap 4 with a Damage Cap 5. But for now, peace. All right, Story Corner individuals, give me 1 second here. I know, mechanics in my Story Corner. I'm going to riot. I understand. But just give me 1 sec to slot this Damage Cap in right now. And we'll go from there. All right, so we last time, I believe, whose Fate episodes were we on last time? Was it Rosetta? Yes, it was. And we do have a quest here to do for Rosetta as well. I just realized as well, this is going to be pretty nice, right? These our AI here are going to be able to help out a lot more in these situations. Now, with our under-leveled members here of the party, I guess I'll get rid of the captain and put Vasaraga in just to sort of maximize the power of all of these. We do need some muscle, basically. Vasaraga got it dead on there. It'll help us get through this quest faster if it's a boss fight or something, but let's see. Rosetta has been struggling with, she obviously met the captain's father, and then their journey came to an end, and now she's been entrusted with his son, as it were. Right, or son or daughter, I guess, depending if you're Gran or Judah. And she's sort of struggling with the idea of being a bystander and not doing anything. She recently overcame that mindset, and I forget exactly why we are going off on a quest here, but we will see.
The bustling streets and alleyways of Seed Hollow were steeped in an unusual silence.
Okay.
Rumors of the phantom sightings had spread.
Oh, right, there's a ghost girl.
Too fearful to leave their homes.
I forgot about the ghost girl. So true.
We were still missing a part of the picture.
But I'm sure it was
sorry, I skipped it
someone's
accidentally.
mind's playing tricks on them.
Poor Lyria. I needed to wrap up this investigation as quickly as possible.
Again, ghosts are like straight up real, right? It's not a superstition here, so.
However, despite our comprehensive search of the castle, nothing stood out as unordinary. We'll have to come back another day. Just then, I noticed a faint movement in the corner of my eye.
Oh?
Wait. It couldn't be.
Huh? What are these guys doing here? We already took
I was gonna say, is it the Angramanyu shades there?
Forms.
And yes,
Foul
it is.
creatures born from the primal beast Angramanyu. Surely they weren't the cause of the sightings, were they?
I mean, it fits the bill. I mean, people were saying a phantom girl, no? So I guess not, but regardless, I mean, they're a problem.
I had my doubts, but this was no time for questions. The castle was in dire need of some pruning.
I guess there's some remnants there, basically, because Angra was underneath Seed Hollow Castle, right? So, Rosetta, a woman shrouded in mystery, is actually the incarnation of Rose Queen. That's right. Her attacks have decent reach, and Y plants roses. Roses will automatically attack. He's like a Lowy, basically. If you guys ever played League of Legends, right? She summons the tentacles there, and in Rosetta's case, it's the roses, and the roses just bonky people like that. And they level up by hitting foes, boosting their effectiveness. When she ends with Y, parties inside the rose are granted a buff. Ooh, okay. So this is a very technical character, I feel like, right? It's very, very interesting. Huh. I mean, I'm not by no means am I going to get anywhere close to playing Rosetta the correct way, but we're just moving through here. I'll let the party carry me through, and we'll just enjoy the story as it comes along. Yeah, he's doing like no damage anyways, but it's fine. Now we have 3 AI that are actually quite powerful, right? It's not just Vasaraga doing all the heavy lifting here. Guys, help! Kill this thing. Excuse me. I need you to kill this guy. There you go. Shall we? What is Silage? What? She drops a max level rose in her place. Interesting. Yeah, she drops a max level rose and then teleports back. That's pretty cool. If I face the other way, will this move me forward? Oh, I don't think so. Oh, it's not max level, it's level 2, but it attacks immediately, maybe? Or maybe it's higher level the more enemies are around it when it spawns? I'm unsure. I'm uncertain.
They've infested the entire courtyard.
Okay. Hold on, let's do some tower defense shenaniganry here. I guess I'll drop it here. That sounds like a fun time. There you go. Yeah, and it attacks right away, basically, so we can get to level 3 pretty quickly. Drop another rose down. I mean, we're not doing anything, so I'm just having fun. Basically, Rosetta's just happy to be here. Of course, it's Rackham, Eugen, etc. are the ones doing the real damage, but I'm just trying to figure out a little bit more of how this character works. More ominous forms. Oh. a big boy. Or a slightly bigger boy. Yeah, we're actually doing damage. Look at that. Their health bar is noticeably going down. Okay, let's drop another one down here, right in the thick of things. I like Rosetta seems like a cool character. Not my tempo, like not my kind of character by any means, right, mechanically. But you know, she does seem like she's got some interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of interesting tech you can do with Rose placements and things like that. There's a lot of skill expression here. With all that being said, though, we're just letting our party members carry us through there. I almost thought Vasarago was one of the forms for a second, with him being so purple. But...
What is that?
Oh, what is that? Okay, let's see. Let's get back to the story here. Is it a girl? It's an evergreen crystal fragment. What is an evergreen crystal? That sounds like a one of one. That sounds like a proper noun.
What's this? A crystal fragment.
That's exactly what I was thinking. What is this?
I took a closer look. Within its faded luster was a familiar green aura. But where had I seen it before?
Is it Rose Queen? Is it like that? Is it related to the Primal Beast? I mean, she would recognize that, surely.
Remind you of those hallowed ground spots?
Oh, no, I see. It's the bonfires.
Vern was right.
I forget that those exist.
Its glow was nearly identical to the crystals found on hallowed grounds.
Good job,
Their
Detective
unique
Vern. Well
aura
done.
kept monsters at bay, providing travelers with safe haven. Did this shard come from one?
It's
Suppose
faint,
so.
but Excavalian's aura. I can feel it coming from inside.
Excavalian?
That couldn't be.
What?
I focused on the crystal.
What does that have to do with the bonfires?
And indeed, there was the presence of a familiar primal. Excavalian was the primal beast of Dolly Island.
Right.
Much farther than a stone's throw from here.
I like the pun.
So why were we able to feel its presence all the way in Seed Hollow?
Is like a chunk of it trapped inside there? I mean, Lyria can absorb primals, right? Within her little crystal.
It's not the only one. I think I can feel another primal beast here too.
Is it Angra? Better
Another
fucking not be.
primal? How could that be possible?
Or is it Rosetta? Is it Rose
A
Queen?
phantom girl, Excavalian, ominous forms, and now another primal beast. None of it made any sense.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm dumb, but none of it makes sense to me. Like I can't tell if there's like an obvious connection between all four of those things.
As we unraveled more
I don't
of
know
the
what it is.
castle's secrets, it became clear that we had barely scratched the surface of its walls.
Interesting. A lot of Rosetta's Fate episodes has been this so far. I just go, that's interesting. I wonder if we'll find out the answer to that. And then the game says, no, you will not. And then we just move on from there. So I suppose we'll get all the way to the next quest here, and then we'll do 5, 6, and 7, and we'll do 8, 9, and 10 to finish it off next time in the next episode in the next story corner. So let's see. Flower Girl.
We were
Okay.
back at square one. In hopes of finding some new leads, we split up and interviewed every Seed Hollow local we could find. Despite our efforts, we found little new information.
Okay.
Zothba and his connections, on the other hand,
I was gonna say,
proved invaluable once more, as they unearthed a new clue.
if you want to find something out in Seed Hollow, I mean, why would you even go to the locals? You just ask Zothba. I guess he doesn't work for free, but I mean, surely he owes us one at this point,
The
right?
girl
Like he owes us like
wore a
8.
crown of flowers. I froze in place.
Does that mean anything?
I knew this primal. In fact, I learned of her on my first visit to Zega Grande.
Okay, so it's not Rose Queen.
Konohana Sakuya,
Ooh.
was it? Yes. An ethereal girl bearing a floral crown? It had to be her.
God, what is this? So Konoha is like, that's the name of the village from Naruto, right? But it's like something to do with leaves. Hana is flowers, right? So maybe there's like a bit of a pun there, like, or a bit of a play on words with her name being Konoha and Hana, right? Like leaves and flowers. I'll be honest, I don't know what Sakuya is though. I don't know if that's like related to maybe Sakura. I don't know. But regardless, very clearly, very botanical sort of name, right? My Japanese is really, really bad, but you know.
Her presence would explain why Lyria sensed a primal beast in addition to Excavalian.
So I guess this is because it seems again like Fanta Grande has, they have Tiamat, and then Zega Grande has Furicane. Right, like there seems to be like an elemental primal for and like there's a lot of other primals too, but there's like an elemental primal for like every one of these Skydoms has their own version of all the primals basically. So maybe Konohana Sakuya here is like that's the version of Rose Queen for Zega Grande.
She was
Who knows?
pathbound
Who
to
knows?
Ulmarine Island, and she held domain over blossoming flowers.
That does sound familiar, right? It
Unusually
sounds
vibrant
similar.
bouquets blooming across Seed Hollow just added more proof of her proximity.
Interesting.
With the culprit identified, only one problem remained. Me. After what Sakuya and I went through, I doubt she would ever show herself around me again.
Damn, primal beast beef? 1,000-year-old, age-old beef? That's some Wagyu A5. Goddamn. I'm very interested to hear about this. Again, any primal beast lore I can get, I'm very interested to hear about. Astrum fragments.
Before I could share this revelation, there was something else I needed to discuss with the crew.
Okay.
Not about Konohana Sakuya, but my time spent with the captain's father.
What about?
His crew was on a journey to collect Astrum fragments.
Are these like, oh god, what are they called? I'm so, man, I need to catch up on One Piece, man. I haven't read the chapters in a while. The stones with the oh my god, I actually can't believe I can't remember the name. But the things, you know, that you put them together and they give you a map to the One Piece, as it were.
These fragments were said to have fallen straight from the astral realm and contained the power of the primal beasts themselves.
They're like it's like map stones or something. God, it's something like that, but I can't remember.
Using the fragments, the captain's father could separate astral power embedded within primal beasts and return them to their original forms.
Oh.
That was the purpose of his journey.
Does he consider primal beasts to be like, are they trapped, like enslaved astral energy, basically? Is he like setting them free this way? I don't know.
His was a mission of liberation.
Yeah, okay.
To free so-called deities and legends who were tethered to the sky realm.
I see. You want them to, they can return back to the astral realm this way, where they belong, I guess?
Once free from the shackles of their corporeal forms, they could fade back into the nebulous ideas and faiths that had given them structure in the first place.
Because these were created by the Astrals in the war. Maybe not in the war, but at the very least they were created by the Astrals as like weapons, right? So I guess the idea is that their very existence is somewhat, not enslavement necessarily, but they didn't ask to be born in I guess the most direct way.
Of course, it would be up to the primal beasts themselves to make this decision.
Right.
Some had grown quite fond of living in the sky realm. However, there were countless others who were born into the skies, cursed to fight for eternity.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
These were the ones who longed for a return to the immaterial. At the lowest point in my existence, when I felt I had no purpose in these skies, I'm sure I felt the same. Regardless, some were quick to brand us a ruthless crew of primal hunters. And surely Konohana Sakuya had heard the rumors.
Okay, but I mean, so far this doesn't seem like a age-long grudge. What's the,
Why had she decided to reveal herself to me now?
Is that really the idea? Like, is that the beef that she was talking about? Konohana Sakuya thinks that Rosetta is like some mass murderer of primals or something? I guess that'd be pretty bad, right? If she did interpret it in that way, that'd be pretty damning. Okay, this will be our last one for today, and then we'll finish off Rosetta's and maybe even start somebody else's, depending, in the next story corner here.
Unfortunately, simply knowing the identity of the girl would not solve the problem of her many phantom appearances.
That's fair.
So, is this Kahuna Yakuza? You think she's the one causing the monsters to come out?
Kahuna Yakuza. That's even better than how it's spelled. The voice actor did it even more incorrectly, which is honestly how you like to see it.
I've never met her in person, but I don't think she and the ominous forms are connected in the slightest.
I think the ominous forms were kind of just like a, Angra was under Seed Hollow Castle, and maybe this happened to need to be cleaned out there.
Got some new intel on the girl.
Hey, yo, fucking forget about it. I love talking about all these fucking bastards working for Zafba, man. It's like the accent is just so entertaining.
The family Zafba had been continuing to search for clues in the
fucking
background.
walking here. What you doing?
And thankfully, their search bore fruit. In one of the areas where the ghostly girl was sighted, a bystander had found an ancient book.
Books.
Broke my brain trying to read the dumb thing, but you're smart and pretty.
Smart and pretty.
Well, yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor boy couldn't even get his words straight. Thank you. You're quite the gentleman.
Oh, she's fucking with him.
No, I'm not. I'm a badass. Anyway, I should get going.
Poor guy. It's okay. We all know. We've all been there. You stand in front of someone you think is attractive, and you forget how to speak your native tongue. It happens.
I had barely placed the book in my hands before scurrying off. What had gotten into him, I wonder?
Shut up, Rosa. You know exactly what got into him, girl. Don't mess with me.
I opened the book and peered through the rune-like characters inside. No normal person would be able to decipher this.
Oh, that looks really complicated. Really? Let me see.
Is it an astral or something, and Vern can just read that shit?
When Vern approached the book, Roland's transceiver began to glow.
Oh, or that.
It illuminated the text, somehow morphing the illegible script into something readable. My breath caught in my chest. Had an astral authored this book?
Makes sense if it's related to primals, I guess. Oh, we're not gonna find out. Man, this particular line of Fate episodes here, I guess, kind of like Rosetta herself, right? It's very mysterious. This not giving me any kind of answers. You know, it's all mystery. It's all questions, right? Oh well, it's okay. Oh, an explorer quest, interesting. Yeah, so that one probably will take a little bit of time actually next time. So we might just do this and then these two, and then we'll start somebody else's Fate episodes next time. I mean, it's actually the last ones we even have access to, right? It'll be EO next time. After that, I mean, I don't necessarily want to unlock any more people because of, for, you know, reasons. If you care about spoilers, I guess mute me for the next 10 seconds. But essentially, the Terminus weapons, right? They drop based on how many people you have unlocked, so I want to keep that to a minimum. I'm waving my hands now. If you did somehow mute me, the spoilers are done. They're done. You're good. You're good. You can unmute. But yeah, so we will not have any more crewmates to do Fate episodes for a little bit, at the very least. But we can we still have a lot of other. We have the glossary to look through. We have a bunch of entries for different monsters and things like that. So it's still gonna be a lot to do in these story corners. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now.
Have a good day.
Good times. Sadly, it seems that we can't really, in any sort of feasible fashion, do those quick quests to get the gold Dahlia badges. Maybe it's something I can do with people. Like if I set up a 4-person matchmaking lobby, maybe we can just do a multiplayer quick quest just like that. I don't know. But yeah, having a lot of fun with Relink. I'm not going to run you guys through the whole outro as always, but we'll see how we get up to in Proud Difficulty next time. And for now, I will see you in the next one. Peace.